Hello and welcome to a new video. It's a new year and a new season here at Girlmates Farm. May 2023 bring you and yours much prosperity and positivity throughout this year. In today's video, I'd like to share some of my top level plans for what I have planned for this year on the farm. But first, let's do a very quick recap on where we left off. This is Girlmates Farm. I had moved to Portugal in October of 2021 in the hope of fulfilling a lifelong dream of finding a farm. After a lot of searching, I finally found the one. Being only an agricultural support building, however, I needed to do quite a bit of renovation on the structure to turn it into a home for me and my furkids, Shiva and Shakti. For the renovation, I had decided to use the services of a construction company to help me with some of the bigger items like the big wall demolition, wall reconstruction, the roofing, septic systems, electrical things, and then everything else I had decided that I was going to be doing myself. Sadly, after what seemed a really good start with a construction company had turned a little bit sour towards the end. Many things were not done as I had asked. Some items were broken along the way, and there was also some disrespectful behavior along the way. They have mostly finished what they were contracted to do, but I have decided to cut my losses this year and continue onwards by myself. I'll quickly jump in to say that they did come around early in the new year to finish the last few items that still needed to be done, including cleaning up the courtyard rubble, which was amazing, and assured me that they will be around to fix the roof should it continue leaking.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say.
I will also be sharing the costs of the project to date in an upcoming video for all of you that have asked about the costs of the renovation and the total cost of the purchase of the property as well. From an agricultural point of view, I moved to the farm in June of 2022. I've never owned or lived on a farm. I mean, the most that I've done in terms of agriculture is some backyard veggie gardening. But I don't know much about large-scale farming. I knew my first year on the farm was going to be a big learning curve for me. Also just to understand how things grow, what grows, and to just get a basic feel of the rhythm of the farm. In spite of all of this, I still managed to accomplish quite a bit in my first 6 months on the farm. I managed to do a grape harvest, and with the help of a local winemaker, I'm making my first batch of wine, which will be ready this year, March. I also managed to do my first olive harvest and get my first olive oil from my own farm. This year, my vision is to approach farming a little bit more consciously, perhaps even growing some of my own veggies this year and being on top of when things grow and being able to harvest more of the produce from my own farm. I'm also hoping to find consistent assistance with work on the farm, and maybe, just maybe, I may also employ some volunteers, especially during the very busy summer months. On the renovation side, the structure of the house is now complete, and I can start working little by little on this agricultural structure and turning it into a home. Some of the work for this year includes things like painting, tiling, and building a kitchen, completing the kitchen, and also a nice comfortable living space, as well as completing the bedroom area, which is effectively the big demolition that happened at the end of last year. I may also start tackling bits and pieces on the outside, for example the inner courtyard, and making that a little bit more comfortable, as well as cleaning up and tidying up and preparing some of the storehouses and storerooms so that I can better make use of those spaces for storage and general purpose items of the farm, of farm work. Oh, mommy, give me this cookie. Wanna sniff it? Alright. I have a vision in my mind. It may take some time to get there because now I will be doing everything myself as time allows and of course when resources allow as well. It's going to be quite a big learning curve for me. I've never really done a renovation with my own two hands, so it's going to be a big learning curve, but it should be fun along the way. Even though the big items have now been done, there's still so much to be done on the farm this year. I hope that you enjoy this new season in my journey on my farm in Central Portugal. Beijinhos!